Hello everyone, my name is Quadly and welcome to the third installment of Star Chart Resource Farming, a mini-series I have on my channel explaining how to farm resources. We have already covered the difference between the playstyles like solo, squad, with loot frames or without them, and how to farm the resources solo, so be sure to look at that in the upper right corner. However, in this part, the third part of the series, we will go over the enemy spawning and other good tips for squad play. But yeah, let's go right in. You will get your Star Chart resources in two main ways. One is normal endless missions, preferably survivals, and the other steel path endless missions. Let's first start with the normal ones. I myself suggest you to do survival missions because opposite of other missions, the enemies come straight for you, and not the excavators and cryopods for example. You obviously should also destroy containers in survival missions as well, and not just kill enemies. Remember, containers are the best way to get loot, but in multiplayer missions, most of the time you will be doing something else as well, like defending stuff and killing enemies and more or less that. Normal capture and exterminate missions are not that good for farming Star Chart resources. Why? Because most of the people just do the objective and zoom to the end, so yeah, if you're in a public squad, don't count on people waiting for you. Same also works for rewards and assassination missions. Squad play is just too fast paced to loot around. The rewards should be only a bonus. Now let's look at the mechanics of enemy spawning. This is extremely important. So, in front of you there is a map with 2 large rooms and 8 middle-sized rooms. They are connected between each other with hallways which are not that important, but we will go over the importance of it. Now there is the blue dots. Those are the players marked from 1 to 4. And there is also the red dots, which are the enemy spawn locations. If there is 2 players in every large room, the enemies will spawn in the middle-sized rooms. However, if there is a player in one of the middle-sized rooms, the enemies will not spawn in that section. This means the enemies will just come from further away and you will have to wait for them. The same way also works if a player is standing near the doors. It will just prevent the enemies to spawn. I know it is hard to understand, but I just want to tell you that if players are cuddled together in one big room, the enemies will spawn at neighboring rooms. If the room players are in is not that big, the enemies will spawn not in the neighboring room, but in a room next to that. So yeah, try to stay in big rooms and not in small ones. That is actually it what you need to know. This is very important, especially in survival missions where you need life support dropped from the enemies. The exact same principle works for the steel path as well. Stay as closely together and destroy enemies. If you don't, the spawn locations may get so messed up that you will just fail the mission easily. Besides that, there is not much else to say about spawning locations. Stay in big rooms away from doors and you'll be fine. The next thing we will focus on is resource gathering. There is a few mods that will boost it. I have already talked about them in the previous part, the solo farming, but let's just mention them again at least. First, there is the mods that let you see the resources on the minimap. They will be shown like white boxes, so they are easily spotted. About the mods, there is 3 to be exact: Thieves Wit and Loot Detector for your Warframe, and Animal Instinct for your Sentinels or Companions. There is also vacuuming mods, there is 2 of them. These will just suck the resources into you from further away, so you don't have to go right over them. First mod is called Vacuum and is for Sentinels, and the second one is called Fetch for your Companions. Right now, when we're at this, I suggest you not to take Sentinels to endless missions, because they will just die. They're easily dead and don't have a lot of health, so no point taking them really. Another thing I forgot to mention before is very transparent actually. More players there is in a squad, more enemies there will be. Nice to know, I know. But that is it. This was the third part of Star Chart Resource Farming Guide, mini-series, whatever. Please like, comment, share, or maybe unsubscribe. And also, just play in squad missions. Squad missions are the best for farming resources, for real. Especially Steel Path. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye guys!